Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Evelyn Hernandez. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some DIY ornaments, and they are super cute, guys. I purchased a lot of Christmas decor this year, and I didn't want to go out and purchase ornaments because they are very expensive. I think I only bought like one set of ornaments, and that was it, because I was like, I have so many in my storage bin. I don't need more. And I figured I could just upcycle those, change how they look, and then throughout the years, if I want to change them again, I can, you know? That's the beauty of DIYs. These are things that you can find around your home, and you don't have to go out and buy them. Except for one of them, you might have to purchase something, but it's also very affordable. Don't worry. They're just super cute and very aesthetically pretty and just super easy to make as well. These are very easy DIYs. Trust me, if I could do them, you could do them. I have about 5 different styles of ornaments that you guys can try to recreate, and what I love about it is that they all go well with each other. I'm going to be using all 5 of them on my tree, and if you want to recreate all 5, I would love to see it. I did get a lot of my inspiration from Pinterest and from Instagram, and if I can find any of the websites with the exact instructions, I will. I'm not sure if I can click on the pictures that I saw on Pinterest, but I'll try to have that link down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started with these DIYs. First up, we have some Mercury glass ornaments. All you need is a clear glass or plastic ornament. I'm using plastic because mom life. Half water, half vinegar spray, Krylon looking glass spray in silver, forged hammer spray in burnished amber, and a hairdryer. So the first thing that I did was take off the top of the ornament. I went in with that Krylon looking glass spray in silver, so I did a few sprays. I spun it around to make sure that I was evenly spreading it out. I went back in with some more, I spun it again, and then I used a hairdryer to try to speed up the drying process. Once you do that, go back in with that Krylon looking glass spray in silver before you use the white vinegar and water solution. So you're going to be needing half water, half white vinegar, do a few sprays, and then shake it very gently to create these water droplets inside of the ornament. Make sure you spin it around once again to evenly spread it out. Use your hairdryer to dry it all out, and this is when you're going to start seeing it transform into Mercury glass. Now you can stop here if you want yours to look like that, but I wanted mine to look more darker and more vintage. So I went in with the forged hammer spray in burnished amber, and I love how it added another dimension of color. I also went back in with that white vinegar and water solution to create more of those water droplets. And then you're just going to keep repeating the process. Add more of the Krylon spray, more of the burnished amber spray, or more of the white vinegar and water solution. There is no rhyme or reason to this. Just keep on going until you are satisfied with how it looks.
Drinking hot wine by the fire, yeah. Don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend.
I also used the forged hammer spray to spray the ornament cap, and then I let both of them air dry, and this is how they turned out. They look so pretty, and I love how they're all going to look very different. So mine are a lot more opaque, and I just love how they turned out.
It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.
Moving on to some macrame ornaments. This one I swear is very easy. All you need is an ornament you've already had, some macrame cord, and a hot glue gun. So very budget friendly. The first thing that I did was place a dot of hot glue, place my cord, and then I worked in very small sections. So what worked for me was placing 2 dots of hot glue and then slowly wrapping around the cord. I noticed that if I did a line of hot glue, the glue would get very thick and then the color of the ornament started peeking through. So I wouldn't suggest doing that. This is what worked best, just doing 2 dots of glue and then wrapping around the cord. That's what you want to do, because then you're going to get that tight wrap around the ornament, and that's what's going to give it that look like if you bought it from a store. You can also do some twine, some jute string would look really pretty, so use whatever you have. It doesn't have to be macrame cord, but these look really pretty, and I think it just gives it that nice cozy touch to your Christmas tree. So I would suggest doing this one. I think this one and another one that's going to be coming up is going to be the easiest DIY, but I love how these turned out.
Outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight.
Since you are working in very small sections, it is very time consuming. So I would suggest putting on a YouTube video, listen to a podcast, take your time, because like I said, it is very time consuming. Once I was done, I cut off the extra cord that was left, and then I placed a dot of glue and pressed down the end of the cord to give it a seamless look. And this is how they turned out. They look very cozy, kind of like a knit sweater, and I love how they turned out. For this third DIY, we are going to be making some paper mache ornaments, and this one is also very easy. All you need is some glue, an ornament you've already had. I have this one from Hobby Lobby, some water, and some tissue paper. So mix together 1 part glue, 1 part water, and just start ripping up your tissue paper. It doesn't matter how you rip it up. Eventually it's just going to go on the ornament, so it doesn't really matter. And what I did was place my finger into the water and glue mixture, and then I just started rubbing it onto the tissue paper. I noticed that if I dipped the tissue paper into the solution, it just kind of stuck together into a clump, and it was just a lot harder to work with. So this was a lot easier to work with, and I love how it turned out. Eventually the tissue paper starts sticking on itself because it's so wet, and I just love how it turned out. Since I am using a white ornament, I just needed 1 layer, but if you are going to be using a darker color, I would suggest doing 1 layer, letting it dry, and then doing another layer on top. I love how this one came out because it added a lot of texture. It kind of looks like spackle, but it's just tissue paper, water, and glue. So very easy and very budget friendly as well. Next up, we have some cement ornaments, and I think this one is my favorite one. Actually, I don't know, I love them all, but all you need is some white and black paint, a paintbrush, some baking soda, and some flowers. So things that you can find around your house or that you can go pick up at Dollar Tree. First thing that I did was mix up my paint and the baking soda. This gives it that ceramic look, kind of like if you bought it off the store, but you didn't, you did it yourself. And the first thing that I did was give it a coat of black paint, and the reason I'm doing this is because later on you're going to be adding another layer of paint, and eventually this color starts peeking through, and that gives it that ceramic rustic cement look, and I love that. So do 1 coat and don't let it dry off completely because we are going to be adding another layer of paint later on. The next thing that I did was add a layer of white paint, and since the black wasn't completely dry, it blended together nicely and it gave me that perfect cement color I was going for. So I did 1 coat of that, and then I went back in and started adding some texture. I didn't want a smooth finish, so I just started patting my brush all over to give it some texture, and then I just let it dry out completely. Once it is completely dry, you're going to go back in with the white paint, and you're going to be working in small sections, spreading out that white paint as much as you can. And as you're spreading it out, you're going to notice that the paint is going to start drying out, and that is the point. That's what's going to give it that rustic vintage look, and that's what I did. So I just started working in small sections, and make sure you are still giving it that texture. Do it as much as you want. There's no rhyme or reason to this. If you want it to look more gray, more rustic, then I would suggest maybe adding more white paint, going back with the black, just adding layers. That's the point of this. Have fun with it. This is just what I did.
These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I live, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you. Hey.
once I was satisfied with how it came out, I added some flowers so that it can settle into that texture that we created. And what this does, it kind of gives it that look like if it was old, like if it was sitting out for a long time and it collected some dust. So that's what I did, and I loved how they turned out. They look very vintage. They look like if we bought it from a designer website, in my opinion. But I really hope you guys like this one as well.
Be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true.
I love the cement one so much, I decided to do some white ceramic ornaments as well. So all you need is that same white paint, a beigey color. I'm using this one that I already had. It's called White Mocha by Bear. And you need a paintbrush and some baking soda. So similar to the last one, mix together your paint and your baking soda. This time I added more baking soda to give it more texture. And I did one coat of that and let it dry out completely before you move on to the second layer. For this one, I did need 2 layers of white paint because the gold was kind of peeking through. But after that second coat, I really liked how they look, so if you want to stop there, go ahead. But do 2 coats of the white paint.
Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas, I only wanna be close to you.
So here's what it looks like with just 2 coats of that white paint, and it honestly looks really pretty like that. If you want to stop there, go ahead, but I moved on and added some baking soda to that beigey color, and then I lightly dabbed my paintbrush into that paint and did some brush strokes on the ornament. I mainly wanted it to be white, so I only added a few brush strokes of that beigey color, and then I did the complete opposite. I painted an ornament that beigey color and did some white brush strokes on it, and it looked so nice. It would look so pretty on your tree or in a decorative bowl, however you want to style it, but I love these. That concludes today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. It truly means so much to me. You have no idea. I really hope you guys try to recreate these ornaments. As you guys saw, it's very budget friendly. I basically had everything that I needed in my house, so I'm pretty sure you guys have these materials as well, and they're also super easy, as you saw. And if you do recreate them, I would love to see, or let me know down below in the comments if you're going to, or if you already did. I would love to know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.